Today is Saturday, February 24th, 2018. Welcome to the Survivor Fans Podcast. I'm Joanne.
And I'm Stacy.
And this is the JABBIC Part 2 for Survivor Ghost Island.
That's right. This is our second in the series of Judge a Book by its cover. Certainly how we kick off the season when we have new castaways. We've got 20 new castaways this season, so we're going to put them up on the grill. Joanne and I did part 1, where we did the big overview and we covered elements from their bios and our thoughts on how well they, or not well, they would do on the show with some predictions in that direction. Now we turn it over to you for your take on things. So how many folks did we get? How many super fans?
15.
15 super fans responded back to our call, and they've got some predictions. They got some early season assessments, and of course, some of it's just, well, actually a big part of it's just a downright guess at this point because we have so little to work with.
That's always.
Yeah, and
instinct and intuition.
We kick it off with Madsumo's tune On the Grill because we're grilling up some new castaways. That's part of our tradition here on Survivor Fans Podcast as we enter into our 14th year of podcasting on Survivor. Our first episode for this season was number 1093, I believe. Yep. So This is how we do it. Yes, we are super fans. We're not a big community, but we are a die-hard, hardcore group of super fans that love our show Survivor. We love people watching, and we love second-guessing what they're thinking and why they're doing what they're doing as we watch them throughout the season as they get placed in this pressure cooker that is Survivor, and they've got to make split-second decisions about what they're going to do in the game. So early on, we're just looking at their bios, we're looking at some videos, some early content that's available, and trying to guess.
Very little, but...
Yeah, trying to guess how they may end up playing the game. It's a fun thing to do, and really it's all about starting familiarity with the cast so that we'll know who's who, and we may even say the tribe names a few times, things like that, before they shuffle them and things change around, and then the eventual merge happens. You ready to get started?
Well, the really surprising thing is this is season 36, and I feel very excited about this cast.
Yeah.
I mean, 36 seasons, and I still have excitement.
I have never felt about a TV show the way I feel about Survivor. There's nothing that's ever come close to. I mean, there are tons of shows that I love, just have thoroughly enjoyed and appreciated deeply. Nothing has ever come close to what Survivor.
Nothing has ever held your interest that long.
Doesn't hold my interest, or it doesn't give you so much to work with, but that's because it's about people. And there's always something to learn. We learn from watching these people who are brave enough to put themselves out there, or maybe some of them didn't give it a whole lot of thought. They just wanted to be out there.
Either way, they're out there. They're going to have to deal with it. They're out
there, and they're going to give us that. And then all the fantastic fans that participate in the podcast. And we all share with each other, and we all learn from each other. I feel like I've learned more about the human condition from watching Survivor and listening to the fans of this show than just about any other aspect of life. Yeah, that's okay. That's a bit much. Let's lighten it up a little. Let's get back to the super fans and what they think about this cast in this season.
I tell you what, let's hear what Pete has to say.
All right, we'll kick it off with Pete. Here we go.
Hey, Joanne and Stacy. This is Pete from Boston calling here. Let's do it, guys. Yes, Survivor's back with all newbies and Ghost Island. Ooh, very scary. Let me get into it, guys. Okay, so we got the purple team. Angela, hey, thank you for serving our country, Angela, and I'm sure you're a great mom. I feel bad for what you're going through. I think Angela's going to be the first one out, like you guys said. Bradley, as Probe said, I think he's going to be a gamer, but he's going to watch his ego. Chelsea, she either will go pre-merge, or I think she might surprise people and make it to the merge. Chris, pre-merge. He won't make it far. Desiree, I love Desiree. Arguably, she might be the strongest female in the game in terms of challenges. She'll make it far. Dominique could be a gamer as well. He seems like he's a big fan of the show. Probst has hyped up Kellen, and I don't know what to think of Kellen. Maybe she'll be one of those big social female players that's just fun to be around. Morgan, same thing. I don't know what to think of Morgan. I mean, she works with Shamu, you know, this and that. We all know, like you guys said, the issues that have gone on throughout. They've shut them down now at all those SeaWorld parks. But I think Morgan will be a pretty good Survivor player. Sebastian, guys, I want to tell you something. I know everyone says he looks like Ozzy and Joe, and I agree. I'm doing one better. He reminds me of Vince Sly from Joe's first season in Worlds Apart. I know he got voted out early, but with the hair and all that, he so reminds me of him. He's like a younger version of him, but he's probably more like Joe, like everyone says. And then you got Wendell. I think Wendell's one of my picks to win. Okay, let me go over the orange team quick. Brendan, I think will be a good player. Donathan either will go early because he won't do good in challenges, or he'll be carried along like you said. But I still think he'll be a big character. For some reason, he so reminds me of Cochran. Gonzalez, pre-merge. I don't see much of her. Jacob, I think, will make it far in the merge, as will James. That Jenna pre-merge, like Angela, I think she'll be one of the first ones out. Laurel, I agree, Stacy will be in the final three. Love to see her make it with Wendell. They'd be quite an alliance. Libby, I think, too, is going to make the merge. Michael, pre-merge, or like Donathan, I think he's going to be dragged to the end. And then Stephanie, the one that you like, Stacy, I like her a lot. I think she could make it to Final Four. I'm curious to see how all these twists turn out, guys. Who's going to find these advantages, you know, this and that. And guys, that first reward challenge, you know, that's from Survivor Samoa, guys, when Mick was elected the leader, and he picked, I think, Jason as a swimmer, and Russell was like a strong guy, and I forget who he picked as a smart one. But I remember Shamble won that challenge in that season too. So it's from Samoa. That'll be very interesting. So we're going to see how these twists pan out. All right, guys, we'll see what happens. I want to hear what everyone else has to say. All right, guys, take care. Whoa.
Whoa.
Good memory, Pete.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I enjoyed that. That's an interesting reference to Vince for Sebastian.
You know, when I was looking...
Creepy Vince.
Yeah. Oh, still don't remind me.
Yeah.
I was looking at the group photos with the teams standing together, and I thought, because I really liked Donathan and Jacob, but I thought, oh, Donathan is small.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize he was as small as he is. You know, if he doesn't do well in the challenges, that could be a problem. And, the buff guys are Michael, Brendan, and James. So they're the two lesser buff guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if either the girls will gravitate toward them as being a lesser threat, maybe.
Yeah.
But I looked and I just observed that. I thought, oh, wow, I didn't realize he didn't look small, but up against the other men and women, he's very short.
Mm-hmm.
But he may still be in great physical condition and do very well in challenges.
Well, yeah, he's the dancer and he's got a gymnastics background.
Yeah.
So
I didn't
there's some athleticism to Donathan for sure.
Yeah, I didn't think Jacob was necessarily very physical, but...
No, I think he owns that.
But I just thought his personality was going to pull him
Maybe,
through.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. Thanks, Pete. That was fun. Next up, we got a call from Sylvia.
Hello, John and Stacy. This is Sylvia from Greece. I'm very happy to talk to you. I've exchanged a couple of emails with Joanne, and she was very sweet as usual. I appreciated it. Well, your podcast about the cast made me excited about this new season of Survivor. My first thought is that I like that this cast consists of mostly young people, so we can't really predict how the alliances will fall. I like Laurel and Wendell, and I think they're going to go far in the game. I want to see much strategy and people being really ready to play the game. I wish you a very good day, and I'm looking forward to your podcasts. Bye-bye.
Oh, good job, Sylvia. Great to hear from you.
Yes,
even if you don't think I'm the sweet one.
Well, you're not. That's a given. Anyway, thank you for the kind words.
Laurel and Wendell, yeah, 2 solid picks there. I like how you're thinking. Next up, we got an email from Brandon in Brooklyn. Wow, I can't believe Survivor's almost back already. I was distracted by Celebrity Big Brother and The Amazing Race, and I completely forgot Survivor's back. I just checked my podcast feed and remembered the JABBIC show. I'm not sure who I'll pick for my USB, but I will pay attention to the opinions of the listeners this season because I picked Patrick last year and he was a train wreck. I have a few people I'll be cheering for this season. First is Desiree and Jacob, mostly because they live in Brooklyn and living in the BK is expensive. So I hope one of them can win to help with their cost of living. I like Laurel and she's a super fan. I hope she can make fast early connections in the beginning of the game. I believe she has great potential. Chelsea is my Survivor crush this season. I wish her luck, and I hope she can make the merge. The one thing I don't like about this season is the youth. There are too many millennials and not enough Gen Xers. Most of these millennials haven't seen the mistakes most of the survivors made. Michael's lucky he is in great shape because it will be very hard for him to win. I really like Morgan. I get a feeling she could be a gamer, and she seems strong. I think she might have a great upside. I think a female will win this season. See you next week. Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm noticing her more and more.
Yeah?
She stands out in the photos and I don't know. I'm just I think I could put her up there as one of my possibles.
Yeah.
Too.
I'm tripping all over the whole
I know
SeaWorld thing, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think about that, so
okay.
I'm not going to hold that against her.
Well, I don't hold it against her. I just don't understand it. I mean, I do and I don't, so I wouldn't have mentioned it if I were her, but there you are.
Okay.
Yep. Thanks again, Brandon. I'm glad you remembered, and I don't know how you can stand to watch Celebrity Big Brother.
I'm watching it.
I know you are. I see it when I walk through the family room when I'm going to go to the kitchen and get something. I'm like, oh, that just, what a mess. Okay, next up, we got a call from Samantha.
This is Samantha, Survivor Rocks from Texas. Survivor's ready? Survivor returns what seems like forever since Ben won. Ghost Island looks interesting, and I'm excited to see the old relics come back into the game. My first impression picks are Angela, Gonzalez, Dominic, Chris, and Brendan. Now, Chris is more than just a pretty face, and he's going to be underestimated. Okay. Kellen and Stephanie J. I had the least reaction to. I'm drawn the most to Angela because of her background, and Gonzalez. She's got a strong mind and dangerous. Gonzalez, they won't see coming, and a possible winner. Also, Dominic, a possible winner. Kellen seems flaky, and Stephanie J. is a bird of a different feather, a bird of a different color, a wild card and a flipper, a fence hopper, as you will. I'm not sure what to think about Sebastian, other than he's a fisherman and a provider. It will be interesting to see how the cast will cope with less rice this season, less than half. He could be around a while. I think that's going to play a big impact in the game. I do question these supposedly super fans and just how much of a fan they really are and how they really know the game. Desiree is a survivor with the elements and in life, but not with the people. A loner finding herself on the outside of the game looking in. A lot of this cast is just blending together for me. Donathan, fun, outgoing, easygoing. Maybe too easy and easy to manipulate. James, smart. And I'm liking the twist this season. And I cannot wait until Wednesday for Survivor Ghost Island.
All right. Good job, Samantha. Great to hear from
That's
you.
interesting. She said she thought that Desiree was also kind of standoffish and isolated herself a bit, because I had that same feeling about her.
Really?
But I wasn't sure why.
Didn't seem like, given her circumstances,
I know,
she
and
could
I
be.
saw her laughing and this and that, but I still had that feeling. Just, I don't know, with some of the clips, you know, you see her walking out to the ocean on her own, and, but I just kind of thought, if you don't isolate yourself, because that's not a good thing. But
she seemed to be
anyway,
beaming, smiling, and
I know, it's just,
very
it was
social
something in the back
in
of
the
my
little
mind, and then Samantha said it.
overview
So
things I watched.
I was like, I felt that way too.
Okay, something to
I
ponder.
questioned that, in other words.
Good deal. Thanks again, Samantha. Next up, we got audio from Sophie.
Hi everybody, it's Sophie from Texas. It's great to be back. It's come around really quickly, so it's exciting to start a new season. I'm excited about all the cast, actually. There's a lot of super fans and people who like the show, who are really ready to go have a great time. Lots of young ones. I do like variation, though, in age. So I think that Brandon will actually be quite popular. I think they'll keep him around just to cause a bit of stability. The PE teacher, I like him a lot. He's really good with words, and I think it's his time. I also like on his team, I like Gonzalez. I think she's smart, the Stephanie. And Joseph. Is it Joseph, the musician, the one who lost a lot of weight to be on the show? And I don't know, I think he looks really down to earth, funny, cool, relaxed. They'll keep him around just because he isn't one of the cute guys who thinks that they're, you know, it. Hopefully those guys will be gone soon. On the other team, I really like Desiree. She's been through a lot, and she sounds really intelligent and ready to play. She's experienced a lot in life, being homeless and then going, I don't know, to Africa, I think. So, yeah, I want to see her. Also, Wendell, the furniture maker. He looks really great. I'm actually excited to watch him. He seems like he is just all-rounded with so many qualities. People I don't like, first one out, I think, will be Angela, the military lady. And also maybe Stephanie, the really bright, colourful mum. I mean, I'm hoping she does okay, but I think she's going to be getting on people's nerves. Excited about Ghost Island and the Idols. I think they had to get lots of fans back because they more or less knew and could get excited about these things. So it will be good to have memories brought back. I wonder if they'll be showing any clips of how they were used, like if there'll be a TV on Ghost Island. Excited and happy that you're back, and I really liked your commentary and your conflicting views and ideas. It was fun to listen to. Take care, and hope all the survivors are well. Oh, Survivor fans. And we'll be listening to you soon. Take care. Bye.
Excellent. Way to go. Good job, Sophie. Great to hear from you. Next up, we got email from Doreese in California.
Hi, Joanna, Stacy. It's always nice to hear your voices and to anticipate the upcoming season. I'm infinitely more interested in this cast compared to last season's. In fact, I was so underwhelmed with last season that I couldn't even muster up the interest to listen to the final interviews. But having watched the CBS cast interviews, I'm having trouble selecting my USB. So that's a good sign, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Here's to a fun season. All right. Thanks, Doreese.
Yeah. Great to hear from you.
And I'm glad you felt like I did. I thought, I think this is going to be a fun cast.
Next up, we got a quick call from Chris.
Hey, Joanna, Stacy. Hey, Survivor fans. Hey. Welcome to another great season of Survivor. I guess I'm going to watch this year. It looks like they're going to have a lot of things for us old fans. I'm not going to say who my USB is ahead of time because last time I went out on a limb and said it was going to be Chrissy, and well, we all know how wrong I was with that decision. It turns out it really doesn't matter how much research or any of that you do on the players because, you know, it's going to be an alpha male. It's going to be somebody that Jeff likes, and we've got a young crew this year, so I'm going to go out and say that the winner is going to be a young man. Oh, gosh, it looks like Probst Island is going to be fabulous. Kind of got used to those 4 years and younger Easter egg hunts for the idols, and this year it's going to be more like a yard sale. They're going to be tripping all over them. Can't wait to see that. And I can't wait to hear what everybody has to say about this year of Survivor. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, great to hear your voice again. Thanks, Chris. Next up, we got a call from Drew and his crew.
Hey everyone, this is Drew and
Joey and
Kitty and Boba Fett. We don't have any other helpers today because they're finishing their breakfast. And we just realized we have a recording to do, so we're going to make it quick and do some JABBIC here, okay? So I have Paul's roster. Let's look at Mololo. Guys, this is pretty much sight unseen. I listened to part 1, but I haven't seen any faces or anything except for the occasional ad. So Brendan, Merge, Donathan, no thank you. Sorry, that name is ridiculous. I remember you said he is annoyed when people get it wrong. I can imagine why they would, because it's ridiculous. It's not his fault. It's his parents' fault. No merge for him. Jacob, no merge. James, no merge. Jenna, yes merge. Laurel, yes. Libby, no. Michael, yes. Stephanie G. She looks a lot like a Jenna type just by looking at her. I'm going to say merge on her, but no merge on Stephanie J. Yes merge on Angela. Yes on Bradley. No on Chelsea. No merge on Chris. No merge on Desiree. It's unfair, but I get a Francesca vibe from her, probably just because of the short hair. And Dominic, yes merge. He looks like he could be either a cool guy that goes on for a while or like a total jerk, so it's hard to say. But I can maybe say final 4 for him. Kellen, no merge. Morgan, yes. Sebastian, yes, because he was cast to be the kind that everyone loves.
Sebastian.
That's him right there. And he goes on for a long time, and then people are crushed when he gets voted out because he has no gameplay. Wendell, sure, merge. Yeah, and jury. Yeah, so like jury types, I think I see Brendan there. I see Michael. I see Libby. I see Chelsea, Wendell. For final 4, I'm going to go ahead and put out there Gonzalez, Dominic, Morgan, and let's say, no, not Wendell. Gosh, this is hard. Laurel, why not? Okay, so I don't remember who they are, but I'll refer back to this recording if I forget. And the one I'm going to pick from my USB, gosh, you guys, I just kept going back to Dominic. I'm going to say Dominic. I'll probably change my mind, after the first episode. But, okay, Charlie, who do you think is going to win the whole thing? Who do you pick? Ooh, Charlie picked him?
Yeah.
Charlie picked Wendell. You think he's going to win?
He picked that one.
Who, her or Angela? Wendell or Angela? Okay, who's going to be voted off first?
Him.
Who, him? Jacob. Pretty good pick.
And Kitty points to him.
Oh, Kitty points to Dominic to go out first, and that's my USB so far, so okay. I think Kellen is going to be first. I don't know why, just something about her look. Oh, as far as the theme goes, I think the actual gimmick is really corny, and the ads have been really stupid, but I think the idea is really cool. I just wish they'd kind of pull back on the cheesiness of it and just let the actual theme ride, and then we'll see how it goes. I'm actually thinking it could be pretty cool. Okay, that's all the time we have for today. Talk to you guys next time. Looking forward to everyone else's JABBIC, so that can help me narrow down my picks. Have a great weekend. What do you say, bud?
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Boba Fett and Kitty too. Okay, we have a late entry. Adelaide has appeared, and she picks Stephanie J because who does she look like, babe?
Moana.
Because she looks like Moana. There you have it. Bye.
She does have Moana hair. That's good. I like that, Adelaide. Thanks, Drew. Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, Boba Fett and Kitty.
I did not count them. I wish I had, but I think
he picked too many. Yeah.
He picked more than half the cast not to make the merge.
No, he didn't pick more than 10. But
well, at least 10.
It was more like 8, I think, and 8 or 9. Yeah.
Whatever. I thought.
Yeah.
Well, somebody has to make the merge. But
might be one or two too many.
I just thought that was funny because I've done that before.
Yes, yeah.
And gone back and go, okay, Joanne, that doesn't work.
Yeah. But that was his feeling. That was his response as he saw it. So
that's right.
Who knows? Something different may happen. Thanks again, Drew. Next up, we got email from Josh, the Plush Moose from Massachusetts. Dear Joanne and Stacy, before I get to my JABBIC observations, let's address the elephant in the room, the Ingon Clay owner stay incident.
Oh, you're going to get Stacy started again.
I know that humor has power, but I never expected my bad dad jokes to be that potent. Sorry, Stacy.
You're still going to crack him up.
Yeah. I'm reversing the pig Latin in my head, and it's making me laugh. To avoid another incident, maybe we should take a page from Monty Python's Deadliest Joke sketch. I'll send my feedback in pieces, and Joanne and Stacy can alternate words as they read to reduce their initial exposure to the power of the whole. Or maybe I should just retire from sending feedback like Alexander the Great. I find myself with no more worlds to conquer. That's awesome. Oh, okay. That said, here are my JABBIC observations. Floofadoof is hard to define, but you know one word. Morgan has a whale of a personality, but she may get the free willy treatment from her tribe. That's good. Law student Bradley is Cochran without the self-deprecating charm. Does anyone else find it ironic that a season celebrating 17 plus years of Survivor history has such a young cast? Kellen practices MMA. Does that stand for maybe most annoying? Only 83 relics on Spooky Island? I guess 108 would be too much of a shout out to Lost. Will Michael's age get outed when there's a booze reward? Ooh, good point. We've wondered that in the past, right?
Yep.
Libby gives me a definite Stepford Wives vibe. Oh, yeah, I can see that. I'm dubbing Jacob Schlubby Bear. That's good. Yeah, he's got a Schlubby Bear look. Dominic, in a nutshell, Tony Velacho's boring younger brother. Sebastian, latest action figure from the Ozzy Joe factory. James, let the Yule comparisons begin. Donathan talks and sounds exactly like Frantic from Hulu's The Awesomes. I predict that Gonzalez will be the gal the other gals hate. Not sure why, but Stephanie is like fingernails on a blackboard to me. Will PE teacher Brendan make his team drop and do 20 push-ups if they lose a challenge? I'm betting that former military Captain Angela will be a MOV on steroids. I hope Jenna is purple. I dozed off during her video and don't want to nod off during the show. Purple Jenna, huh? Okay.
Yeah, not Purple Kelly, but Purple Jenna.
Mm-hmm. If I close my eyes when Desiree talks, I hear Michaela. Anyway, that's it from me for now. Thanks, Joanna and Stacy, for all you do. Can't wait to hear what the other fans have to say. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to you, too, Josh. Thank you.
So you said you didn't think Angela was a mom on vacation, but does that change your opinion if she's mom on vacation on steroids?
On steroids, yeah. I guess that's more of a possibility. Next up, we got a call from the Peace Bear, BrandonA.
What up, though, Survivor fans, Joanne and Stacy, Brandon from Cleveland. I'm so excited about season 36 of Survivor Ghost Island. First off, I'm just going to say I'm going to make another attempt to actually be consistent with my feedback throughout the entire season this year.
Yay.
I highly doubt that I'm going to be successful, but I'm going to make an attempt to try. Again, I usually do good for about the first 6 weeks or so, then I kind of do a nosedive, so hopefully I can maintain. Of course, I'm going to be in the challenge again this year, and I'm not going to go over the entire cast right now, but I just want to say I really like this cast, and I feel like I say this every year, and you know what? Survivor's such a good show. I think they generally deliver, so I guess there's a reason why I say it every year, but I really do like this cast. But I'm going to say real quick who's definitely not going to win, and Stacy, you're not going to like this, but two of your favorites so far, Laurel and Stephanie, ain't no way. There is no way. And look, I love me some Stephanie Johnson. Man, wow. Talking about, fake Survivor, pretty girl wife material. Oh, my gosh. Wow. I love Stephanie. But, no, there's no way. I don't see her, no merge. She'll be lucky if she gets to the third week. And Laurel, I like Laurel as a strategic player, but she's a game bot. Like, you have to be somewhat human. And to me, she's like a robot. She's a game plan robot. She's not going to, I don't think she's going to be able to translate enough in the actual social, down-to-earth, human level, just interacting with people. She's going to be so focused on the game that it's gonna mess her up. You can't be that game body, and I don't like that. So those are my two for sure that I don't see doing well. I don't see Libby doing well either, although she's also pretty fine too, I must say. But I don't think she's going to do that well. A lot of other people are up in the air. But I will say some of my favorites to win. I like Wendell. I like him a lot. I like Dominic. I like Bradley. I think he can do something. And Brendan, I'm saying a lot of guys. I'm thinking a guy's going to win this game. If I had to pick a girl, I'll say my favorite so far, probably Chelsea. I feel like she's down to earth enough, and I know Stacy didn't really like her, but I think she could do well as well. Also like Michael. See, I think a guy's going to take this game. I think this is a guy's game to win. I'm not super impressed with the girls as far as likelihood to win. Maybe Kellen. I kind of like Kellen. So we'll see. But I'm looking forward to hearing everybody's feedback, and it's just nice for Survivor to be coming back. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.
And it's great to hear from you, and we'll be here, so you're always welcome. And you actually picked Michael, the 18-year-old, to win, huh? As one of the ones that you think could win.
I think he's going to be under the radar more than any other young player.
Okay. I'm just not seeing what you and Brandon are seeing, I guess.
Yeah, well, we didn't agree on most things this year.
Good deal. Thanks again, Brandon. Let's check in with Parker and see what he's thinking about these castaways in this season.
Hey, it's Parker from Indiana, and Survivor is back, and I'm so excited. I'm going to just talk about the people that really jumped out at me, because some people I was just like, But so, yeah. All right, let's get to it. Brandon. I love Brandon. He's like Tom Westman, Jeremy Collins, Terry Dietz, the family man, and like older, but he's 41. But in this cast, that's older because of this really young cast. Really athletic, and he's going to be good in challenges. He's a fan. He knows what's going on. He's applied for years, and so I'm really excited to see him. Kind of wavering between him and someone else of who I'm going to pick as my winner. Next is Stephanie Gonzalez. At first, I was meh with her, but then I listened to the first one out and Josh Wiggler's stuff, and I liked her a lot better from that because she seemed really funny and she seemed like she really wants to play the game. And so I'm excited to see her out there. And next is Stephanie Johnson, who this is a bad impression. I do not like her at all. She's too happy and just bubbly and excited about everything. She's so excited about what clothes she's going to wear, and then it's going to be so bright. And I'm just like, okay, you sound like me recording my feedback. It's just too much. It's too much don't do that for 39 days. But, she's good physically, and she'll be good in challenges, but I just can't get over how excited she is, Next is Chelsea, who is the cheerleader, right? Yeah. I don't know, she just seemed really weird, and I just didn't like her that much. And I don't know why, but I just did not like her. And next is Chris Noble, the model. And obvious recruit. He's not a super fan. I mean, he'll be good in challenges, but he just seems so typical guy, He's just like, I can't describe it, but I just don't have a good feeling about him. I want to talk about Morgan. See, the thing about Morgan is I don't know anything about Morgan. I don't know if her video wasn't out yet and I just didn't watch it on accident, but I haven't listened to anything about her yet. She hasn't been on First One Out yet, and I just know nothing. So I'm interested to see her play, because right now I know absolutely nothing about her. Next is Sebastian, and oh my goodness. This kid, he's such a stereotype. You've had all the man bun dude bros out there, and this kid, he's no Malcolm, obviously. He's no Jay. He's not even Jay good. I mean, he's more Jason. Jason's probably going to be better than him. I don't know. He just seems like so stereotypical, and I don't know. I don't think he's going to be good. And then Wendell, him and Brendan, I'm just really, who am I going to pick? Is it going to be Wendell or is it going to be Brendan? I don't know yet, and I'm so excited to see Wendell. He's a fan. He knows what's going on, and he's kind of athletic. But he's not like the most athletic guy out there. So he won't be a super big threat when it comes down to it, based on appearances. So people won't be eyeing him as like the physical threat and get him out early. So I'm really excited to see him play. And I forgot about Dominic, who I'm very, very excited to see him play. All right, those are the people that really jumped out at me. They're good or bad, and I'm really excited for this cast and really excited for this season, and I will see you guys next time.
Excellent. Good job. Thanks, Parker.
Yes, you are a breath of fresh air, Parker.
Next up, we got an email from Nicola in Lexington, Kentucky.
Hello, my fellow Survivor fans. I hope all is well around your campfires. I have listened to some podcasts and watched a couple of videos, and as usual, still have no clue who I will pick as my winner in JSFL. First impressions. I like Dominic, Desiree, Laurel, Brendan, Wendell, and Donathan. Jury is out on Michael, James, Jacob, and Libby. A firm no on Chris, Chelsea, Sebastian, Jenna, Kellen, Brad, Angela, both Stephanies, and the whale trainer Morgan. Definitely not something I would be telling people these days. Looking forward to hearing everyone's thoughts. Hope to watch a few more videos after the Olympics finishes. Sad face. I'm so glad Survivor's returning this week to take my mind off my 4-year wait until the next Winter Games. Thanks for all you do, Joanne and Stacy. Have a great weekend, everyone. See you on my couch on Wednesday.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Nicola. I'm watching the Olympics, too.
Watching Norway dominate, huh?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Next up, we got an audio from Jeremiah.
Hello, Joanne and Stacy. Hello, Survivor fans. This is Jeremiah Panworth here, coming from Southern California with my JABBIC predictions for season 36. First of all, I'll start off by saying, yes, I'm extremely excited about this cast. I think it looks pretty strong. In fact, I only had one person that I really had on my low list of characters on this season. So really, I'm excited to see what they're going to bring to the table. As far as the theme is concerned, I kind of like it. I think it's way better than the beauty versus brawn kind of stuff. I think that this gives us an opportunity to see what the players will do when putting these interesting situations that involving old relics, shall we say, that happened in Survivor. That it will be interesting to see. I think I'll be able to make a better judgment once I see it play out, but I'm very intrigued to what could come about from this twist. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right into this. We'll start with the Purple Tribe. Right now I have Angela, no merge for her. Bradley, I like Bradley. I've got him for merge. Chelsea, merge. Chris, the only person I rated the lowest, I think he's a douchebag. I got him, though probably he may make the merge. Right now I have him for my merge boot. Desiree, I really want to like her, but I have a feeling she's going to rub people the wrong way, so I have no merge. Dominic, same thing. I think I could like him, but he'll make the merge, but I don't think he's going to win. I think his persona is going to be bad. Kellen, merge. Morgan, no merge. Sebastian, the token Ozzy Joe, Malcolm kind of character. I do have him making the merge. I do like him. Wendell, definitely love Wendell. He's my top pick right now, and he's my current pick for USB. On to the Orange Tribe. Brendan, like him. I've got him making the merge. Donathan, I really want to like this kid. He seems just too nice for Survivor. No merge, unfortunately, for him. Jacob, love Jacob. Of course, Survivor blogger. I found his story very interesting when hearing Josh Wigler's series that he's doing for First Out. That's definitely something you need to check out. So I love him. Got him for the merge. James, maybe too smart for the game, but I do have him making the merge. Jenna, no merge. Laura, I like her, merge. Libby, no merge, probably a coattail. Michael, think he's too young, but I do have him making the merge. And then the Stephanie. Stephanie Gonzalez, I like her the best, and I have her making the merge. Stephanie J, no way. She definitely is a highlighter. Too bubbly. I think that she's going to annoy people, and I say no merge. Final four, Wendell, Laura, Jacob, Bradley is who I've got at the moment. And first out, I'm thinking either Desiree or Jenna. So there's my picks. And of course, Stacy, yes, I'm looking forward to the side challenge and crushing you and everyone else. All right, well, that's it for me. I am so glad that Survivor is back. And I'm very glad, of course, to hear Survivor Fans Podcast. And until next time, this is Jeremiah.
And it's great to hear from you. Thanks for that, Jeremiah. Next up, we got audio from Jen.
Hi, everyone. This is Jen in California. Well, we're back at it for another season. And about 10 seconds ago, I sat down and I looked at Paul's visual roster to try to get a sense of what I think is going to happen this year, because that's about as much as I'm going to be able to look at before the deadline here. So I'm going to make my predictions specifically off of how they took their cast photo. So here we go. Jenna, Michael, and Libby on the Malolo tribe. They will make the merge, but they will not go to the final three. They took good pictures, and much like high school, the good-looking people typically kind of have an easy start of it. They're going to get together, they're going to make a clique, they're going to vote together for a bit, but the wiser, smarter players are going to eventually see them as expendable. Gonzalez and Stephanie J look like they could be related. I think they're both going to go pretty far. The look in their eyes is kind of like old soul, ready to game. So I'm going to predict merge for them and possible Final Four. Brandon is skewing old for this group, it looks like, so I think he's going to find himself isolated in an early boot. Jonathan will be first out if Mololo goes to tribal council. Jacob, Laurel, and James, from the looks of them, they look to me like they might be adaptable just by their smile or their smirk or, they're being photogenic. So I'm going to say not early boots for them. James will make the merge. Jacob and Laurel, they might be expendable early on. Okay, Naviti tribe. I think Dominic looks like he's a little too high on himself. He might have a problem with connecting with others. If I'm going by my high school photo theory, Angela, Wendell, and Chris should make the merge, but maybe not much farther than that. Sebastian looks like Ozzy. I don't know what to think about that. An Ozzy character he's probably going to go far but not win the game. I like Desiree's look. She just looks happy, like content happy. So I'll say merge for her. Kellen, Morgan, and Bradley look like they're going to be hard workers. They're going to play the game. They're going to try to make connections and go far. And I think that I'm going to predict merge and late game for both of them. Okay, now who's going to win the game based on their picture? I'm going to go for S. Gonzalez. There we go. That's my pick. She's probably going to be first out now. Joanne and Stacy, I'm so happy you're back. I can't wait to hear everyone's voices and hear everyone's emails and comments. And ready or not, here we go for Survivor Ghost Island.
So great to hear your voice again, Jen.
I really enjoyed listening to her think that through. That was awesome.
The yearbook strategy, that's like, very cool.
Man, I like that. That's just a complete different thing because I usually have myself so confused I thought I gathered too much information and then confused myself. And I really enjoyed that, Jen. Thank you for sharing your process as well.
Next up, we got audio from Paul.
Hey, Paul in Louisiana. Let's get right into this. Brendan appears likable enough and fit enough to go beyond the merge, whether he's a fan or not. Jonathan is far too much for me to handle. He's all antics, and that accent sounds like Clay Aiken from American Idol. Sometimes an accent is what you notice most, and that's why I felt Clay did so well. He had an ability that soared far beyond his accent. Donovan doesn't have that. Okay, Jacob looks like he's easygoing. He'll make the merge, if not possibly farther along, until they realize just what a social threat he is. James is my man. I didn't want to like him because he just seemed too good, but I liked what he had to say, and when I finished watching all the videos, he was the one that stood out to me, so he's my USB. Jenna, I don't really remember her at all. Laurel, well, she needs to give Urkel back his glasses. I'm honestly on the fence about her. She might rub people the wrong way, but if she doesn't, look out. And Libby, I actually liked her a lot. There's a merge there. Michael's youth will show in his actions and get him booted off before Final Four, which I feel is far more relevant than Final 3 now in the game. Okay, Stephanie Gonzalez. I liked her a lot, but the resting face was very stern. Keep that gorgeous smile on and you'll go far. Merge. Stephanie J. She is an alpha female whose hair looks like another player. Hopefully it'll stay wet because when it's dry, she appears to be standing next to Cousin It from the Addams Family. Angela, I've got a good feeling about her, and I think she'll make the merge. I think she'll keep it in check and be such a powerhouse that they have to keep her. Bradley was wishy-washy to me, being only marginally better than Jenna. Chelsea, I don't remember why I didn't think she was going to make it, but it was an immediate first impression, so I'm sticking to it. Chris, I found him to be annoying for some reason. I think it's the model thing. He's a midway player. And Desiree, oh man, this is my second pick for a USB. I like everything about her, and didn't I see her in the Black Panther previews? Now Dominic, he's a merge for sure, but for some reason I keep thinking of Chris Christie when I see him, and that just rubs me the wrong way. If he shows up on the beach in a folding chair, I'm just going to lose it. But he's going deep, way deep. And Kellen, oh man, I want to like her so much. In fact, I do, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I want to pick her for a USB, but I can't. She just appears to be older than she is, and that doesn't bode well in Survivor. And I feel guilty saying that, but it is what it is. Then there's Morgan, who's another person that I just don't recall. Whatever. Next up, we have Sebastian. My first thought upon seeing his name was Little Sebastian, who we all love, but the name is where it ends. Of all the people appearing this season, this is the person I want to see go most. Maybe he can accidentally lose the food when the tide comes in or something. Sadly, he'll make the merge. People are going to think that he's a Malcolm or an Aussie clone, but I think he'll have far more in common with Taylor from Millennials versus Gen X. Okay, so ending this on a good note, I love Wendell. I think he's a super threat and another contender for being my USB. So I'm not going to pick a final four. I'm just going to list who I like best. Jacob, James, Stephanie Gonzalez, Desiree, Kellen, and Wendell. Of these, I'm sticking to my first impression and USBing up with James. So everyone enjoy the show. Have a good one now. Bye.
Excellent. Thanks, Paul.
We got to see a little bit of Paul's ornery side come out there.
Yep.
Calling Jonathan, and Donovan.
Yes. Yeah, he made sure to get them all that he doesn't like, huh? Excellent. All right. Do you have any more clarity after that? There's some great insights, some predictions.
I think it opened things up even more for me.
Okay.
But I think a lot of people like some of the same people I did.
Yep. So where are you coming down on this? A man's going to win, a woman's going to win this season. Do you have a sense either way?
I don't know, but I agree that I think some of the men have stronger chances. But there's always those women that slide in under the radar.
Well, the ones that are way more socially skilled.
Yeah, I think Morgan could be one of those people. But, I had Chelsea in the top. And I'm not sure why, but...
Yeah, me neither.
I just did. And I think Laurel could do well. I just don't know if she can keep... I don't think it's even ego, but I think it's just how she feels about herself. But I think people will perceive it as ego if she voices it. So hopefully she won't. But I could see Laurel and James be a strong twosome because I think they're both very cerebral.
Yeah.
And they probably think alike, and they're both very analytical. So I think they would be drawn to working together. But never know. But I also love Wendell and I love Brandon, and I keep leaning a lot toward them. But so I still don't know where I'm going. I really want to go try to watch some more of the videos before I make up my mind. I just haven't had time.
All right.
But I'm going to try to do that. How about you?
In terms of man or woman winning?
Yeah.
I'm almost always going to have a slight bias towards the women because they tend to have better social games. I mean, there's, we know that it can go one way or the other. It just depends. The way some of the things are set up this season, it could end up biasing you more towards a male win because of the way some of the twists are set up. So I'm not. I can see why people might be thinking that. I didn't get a great sense of other than Wendell, Jacob. Who else is going to be a great guy player? Maybe Dominic. I don't know. I don't see Bradley being that. He's going to get in his own way too much.
I think I've underestimated him, but I still am not putting him up top.
Yeah.
My top guys really are Brendan, James, Dominic, Wendell, and I actually even I like Michael. I just really think his age is going to come out.
Yeah.
I think it's going to come out later than we would think it would, but I think it'll still come out.
It's a rare set of circumstances, I think, that ends up with a Michael win. It's got to be, that's almost like a vote against someone else, it seems like. We'll see. Don't know for sure how any of them are going to really come off yet, though. Certainly have to rethink my first impression, or I guess it was my second impression of Stephanie J. So, yeah, a lot of people are saying that she's just going off the scale on the annoying meter.
Yeah, I know, and you had her as one of your winner choices.
Potentially, right? Yeah, still really drawn to Wendell, too. I think there's a lot of potential with Wendell, and, I'll think a little more about what BrandonA said about Laurel. I didn't see her as a total game bot. But I'll go back and just sort of relook at that.
I see exactly what he means because of the way her mind works.
I just think given all her life experience, she's not really that old or anything, but given her life experience, I gotta believe she's got some social game. So
okay.
Likewise, I thought Stephanie J would have a lot too that she would be able to leverage, but we'll see. You can put yourself in situations where you're not dependent on others, and it would appear that you may have strong social skills when indeed you don't actually.
Yeah, I think we disagreed most with Chelsea and Stephanie.
Yeah, okay. Good deal. Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I want to say a big thank you to everybody who sent in their thoughts and predictions for Season 36 Ghost Island. Whew. Gives us a lot to think about. And, of course, we're at that point where we're trying to make some decisions for our Survivor Fantasy League, JSFL. So it was a lot of good input for that. The JSFL website is open for Season 36. If you were enrolled and still playing the game at the end of last season, you don't have to do anything but go in and make your picks for this season. You should be good to go. But if you're interested in playing, then you want to go in and set up an account, and then you need to be thinking about three things. One, you need to be thinking about, let's say first, be thinking about who you think could possibly win the whole thing. Put that on the back burner and let it simmer for a minute, and then come up with 4 that you think are going to be safe. They're going to make it through the first tribal council, and then who you think is going to get voted out, and then come back to that. Who do you think is going to win it all one, and make a pick there. The deadline for getting your picks in is 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Central, 4:30 Pacific on Wednesday, February 28th. And you got to get all this done before then, because you can't register to play afterwards. That's the catch. That's just how it works. Registration closes, the game begins. So we'd love to have you in it. It puts a nice twist on the season. You feel like you got a little skin in the game because you're cheering for certain people and not others, and things like that. So it makes you look at each episode through a different lens.
And don't forget to click submit after your selections. Make sure your choices, especially for your USB 24, you can always double check that by going back over to the picks page, and your USB 24's name should be in bold. If it's not, there you don't have a pick. So and if you want to join Stacy's side challenge this season, you need to send us an email telling us to add you to that list by the same deadline, Wednesday, February 28th, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. If you join the side challenge and end up in last place for the season, whoever wins will choose a song for you, and you'll have to write a parody regarding that season and sing it to the tune of the chosen song. So far, we have Stacy, Parker, Jeremiah, Jonathan, and Brandon.
All right. Looking forward to it. We want to say a special thanks to Emily, Christy, and Hazel for your subscription donations. We greatly appreciate your continued support and for helping with our operational cost. We're not a podcast, we're not commercial, we're not trying to make a living off this. That doesn't come anywhere near that for us.
We don't do any of that.
It's always a labor of love. We don't heavily market it. I mean, one great way that you can help is just by adding a review to iTunes or wherever that you get the podcast, and letting people know, just, if there's a forum that you're in, letting people know there's a podcast that you enjoy out there, and point them to jsfp.com, that kind of thing, so they can check it out. Thank you, Paul, for the great roster. We're already using it, and for the logo you made for the JSFL website. A huge thanks to Steve for creating and maintaining that website that makes it possible to have all that fun with JSFL every season. Thank you so much. And then we have a production note that we wanted to go over. So this season we will not be doing interviews. We got notified by the CBS that they weren't able to accommodate us. Now, we want to say that it has been an amazing privilege to be able to interview the castaways. We did this for over 10 years now, not quite 350 interviews that we got in, and we're very grateful to the folks there at the CBS Press Express site who've taken care of us and granted us this wonderful opportunity. Just so happens they don't have a slot for us now, so we won't be providing interviews this season. Wanted to let you guys know about it, but we want to say a huge thanks to Christine Park and Lori Delacalle and all the folks there at CBS that made that amazing privilege possible. We're very thankful for that, but we won't be able to provide those this season for you. So it'll be our recaps on Wednesday, and then the amazing listener feedback on Saturdays will be our production schedule going forward.
All right.
Anything else you want to say?
I think we covered it all.
Yeah, all right. We are ready for season 36, Ghost Island. Got to make some decisions for Fantasy League, and then it kicks off on Wednesday with 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I even forgot that.
Yep. Okay.
Well, we will see you back here on Wednesday after the episode.
Yep. Have a good one.
Bye.